Okay. Oh yeah, see, it picked up my voice. Called to order the Lapel Redevelopment Commission regularly scheduled meeting for March 19th, 2026. Roll call.
Amanda Paddock.
Richard Hunt.
Chad Blake. Also with us is our attorney tonight, William Kane. Just a couple of things to go over today. First thing, we do have our monthly expense for Reedy Financial in the amount of $993.75. That is our only item today. If anybody would like to look.
What?
Just the claim.
This, you want to take a look at it? I would make a motion to approve the claim as presented.
I will second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, those are approved. We had reached out to Reedy Financial to get a price to update our economic development plan, which last was done in 2018.
You said Reedy did that?
Yes. And just double check my email. They sent me information, but did not send me the proposal, so. All right, so there's that.
Still pending. Pending their quote.
Pending their quote. All right, the next item we have is our April reporting requirement prepared by Reedy Financial. This just goes over our annual reporting requirements, an overview, our monthly cash balance and our allocation area, any contracts that we have, debt, and our parcel list. So all members of the board have a copy of this. So as stated, this is a reporting requirement that has to be submitted no later than April 15th. We do not vote or take any action. We just go over the information and make sure everything is accurate. So we have our allocation area that was started in 2018 is our original area, and then we have expansion number 1 that was done in 2019. Our monthly cash balance, we started last year, 2025, was $340,298 in the bank. We ended November with $390,141. That shows an income of $76,264. I'm sorry, a revenue of $148,979. And then we had expenses last year of $22,877 for an ending cash balance of $466,400. We currently don't have any contracts outstanding. And we also have taken out no TIF related debt. Makes that very easy. And then we have our current parcel listing on page 9, which is the Lapel Apartments in the 2 locations, Shelby Gravel, and its 3 parcels down there since they took over. The Giving Hope Foundation has gone away, and that has reverted back to Shelby Materials. And that shows the assessed value, and then the increased incremental assessed value. Anyone have any question on our report?
What's that top one, the first one? Lapel Apartments, it's only 12,000.
That is, so where the original apartments are, down there next to the, the get-go, they built like a couple of new buildings
Right,
back there. That's just for
Oh.
those couple,
gotcha, okay,
that were added.
that makes sense.
Whereas the other is the ones that are out there next to the red barn.
Yep.
And that is the entire complex.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying.
Why did Shelby Gravel Inc. lowercase go down incremental value? Probably by that base asset value amount, which means what?
So the base assessed value, that is the value of the ground before the improvements are made. The improvements are the gross assessed value. So that always comes off of the total of that amount,
Okay,
because there was, has something to do with, it got tiffed late in the development after some work had already started, but before everything was complete. So there was already improvements that existed before the
okay,
TIF kicked in.
kind of understand that.
Yep. All right, we've covered the report, and no action has to be taken on that. All right, one of the things I did ask for from Reedy also was an update. Many TIF laws had changed in the previous year. So they sent me a nice little simple cheat sheet here to go over the things that we can spend money on, because there was a lot of debate, what can and can't we do. So we can do expenditures, so public improvements and infrastructure. Yeah. We can do property acquisition and construction. So if there was something that we wanted to purchase to help drive future growth, we can do that. Bonds and debt service. Grants to overlapping taxing units. So we could do, so we overlap with Stony Creek and Green Township. If they came to us wanting to do something, we could give them a grant for them to be able to do something. Efficiency projects, which are also known as interlocal agreements. That's where if Pendleton's doing something and we're doing something, it'll be more efficient for us to do it together. We can help fund that. Professional and supervisory services, reimbursement of the unit for eligible expenditures. An example of that was we covered the attorney costs for the acquisition of the old bank for town hall last year. So that would be how that was an eligible expense. Police and fire operating and capital expenditures. So we used money to help fund the equipment for the school resource officer a couple years ago. One of the changes they recently made was we can actually fund operating costs and equipment purchases. So if an operating cost, for example, is the software that they have to use every year, we could help cover that. We could help cover subscriptions or any kind of anything that's operating, I believe, other than payroll. So, in other words, we can help take out everything else. Capital projects of private entities for economic development or redevelopment purposes. That is something that requires a lot of lawyer work for us to be able to do correctly. So we cannot use it for town operating expenses. We cannot use it for maintenance costs. For any project that's already completed, and we can't spend it on any unrelated expenditures. So those are the things that we can do with the money. When you look back at our spending plan that we approved back in December for this year, basically it took those categories and said, we have the freedom to spend money in those categories if we want to this year. So that's how that ties that all back together. All right. Questions on that?
there's some way I can get that in an email
Yep.
in some fashion
Is it
prior to the
your
meetings?
Outlook or iCloud that you use?
I'm using iCloud now.
Okay,
I lost the password on
so yes, iCloud?
it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just sent that little email
Okay.
to both of you, so. All right. Does anybody else have any business other than this is Amanda's last meeting with us?
So sorry.
So, that's okay.
I just don't like not being here with practices and
All that
things
kind of
going
stuff.
on, so.
Nope, that makes sense. Thank you for all your dedication to this over the years. Definitely appreciate it. So enjoy the nice weather on days, and games and all that kind of stuff. So
sitting in gyms.
sitting in gyms, yeah.
Not that I don't wanna wait for the seat to cool off, but what are we doing to,
The council has one appointment and then the town council president gets to appoint the other three members. So, I've reached out to several people and, getting people that wanna volunteer their time, that hour a month apparently is just too much. So we'll get filled up, but we have a person that has requested and that's gonna be the town council vote tonight. So that'll at least keep us
Keep it going.
here, as long as the council approves it, that'll keep us at 3.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll get the others figured out very quickly. All right, if there's no other business, I would entertain a motion. Oh, we do have a question from the crowd. Yes, sir.
I just have a comment, and I don't know how to address it without bringing in Teresa, she would know. It would be to the west of my house, there's a piece of property there, there's a house, then a sidewalk, and then a piece of property, and then a road.
Okay,
There's a sign there that I feel may be creating a danger toward people, stopping and being able to see and all. I'm not objecting to the sign, I'm wondering about the location of it. If it couldn't be moved somewhere where it wouldn't be possibly a traffic hazard.
that is not something that we would take care of at this meeting, but it is something that we can look at and see if there's something that can be addressed.
Well, I'd hate to see a wreck or
Oh, yeah.
somebody get hurt.
Yep, but that's not the purpose of this
Yeah.
board, but we'll make
town.
sure.
I just wanted to make, the people on the board or whatever aware of it.
Yep. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you. All right, if there's no other business, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
All
aye.
right, thank you, everybody.